EMG Biofeedback, produced by BioSignals Limited. A product that includes battery, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Let's open the case. We can see here different components. Let's start with the main hardware device. This box is the hardware device that contains all the electronics for reading the signals from the body. The product transmits the signals to a PC or to an Android via USB cable or Bluetooth communication. This is the Ppg sensor, the heart sensor. It measures the blood volume pulse from the finger. These are the black USB cable for PC, and the white OTG adapter for Android phone. These are the GSR electrodes, with 2 stretch Velcro for the fingers. This is the finger's temperature sensor. This is the abdominal breathing sensor, made with a wide and long stretch Velcro. These are the 3 electrodes of the EMG sensor. Now, let's talk about the different sockets that we have on the box. The left one is the USB socket, GSR socket, breathing belt socket, temperature socket, EMG socket. This hole is closed. This socket is for the heart Ppg sensor. Let's check the sensors one by one. The temperature sensor, with 3 contacts stereo plug, and small thermistor tip at the cable end. The breathing belt sensor with 2 contacts mono plug, 1.5 meter of blue cable, 5 cm of black stretch sensor cord. The GSR electrodes have a 2 contacts mono plug. The white cable has 2 wires that are attached to 2 metal snap buttons, attached to stretch Velcro strips. The Ppg Heart Sensor is an optical device with a lead-in sensor with a D9 male plug. The USB cables. You will use the OTG white cable together with the black cable when connecting the box to an Android phone. For connecting to a PC you will use only the black cable. When connecting the box via Bluetooth communication, no need any cable. The Emg3 Electrodes. This is a 3 contacts stereo plug. Red color, green color, and yellow color electrodes. Let's connect all the sensors to the box. We need to connect the sensor to the box before connecting the box to the PC or to the Android phone. When connecting the heart sensor, pay attention to the shape of the plug. It is a trapeze shape. There is only one way to plug it correctly. The temperature sensor. We will plug in the temperature sensor to the right round socket. The breathing belt. In this demo video we will not take out the belt from the bag. Plug in the breathing belt to the middle round socket. The GSR electrodes. Plug in the electrodes to the left socket. The EMG electrodes. The red and the green electrodes need to be on the muscle. The yellow electrode is the reference electrode. Plug in the EMG electrodes to the upper right black socket. The left hole is closed. Only now, after you inserted all the sensors and the electrodes to all the box's sockets, you can connect the box to the PC or the Android phone. If you will first connect the box to the PC or phone, and then you will connect the sensors or the electrodes to the box, you will damage the hardware. The OTG cable. This is the way to connect the OTG cable to the main cable when you are planning to connect the box to an Android phone. It is crucial to pay attention how to connect the USB plug to the box. The socket is upside down. You must switch the plug to the opposite direction. Plug it to the box when the bottom side of the plug is point up. The plug is upside down for going correctly to the socket. Inserting the USB plug in the wrong way will damage the hardware. Now I will show you how to connect the sensors to the fingers and the body. Let's start with the Ppg optical sensor. The heart sensor. The LED side should be on the top, above the nail. The cable above the nail, and the Velcro strip should be not too tight and not too loose. Put your second finger and the fourth finger inside the Velcro. The metal snap buttons should touch the fingerprint. The wire's direction is point out. Make sure that the Velcro is not too tight and not too loose. The three middle fingers should look like this. The temperature sensor. Now we will put the temperature sensor under one of the Velcros. The sensor should touch the finger skin. Put it in a way that you will feel comfortable. Let's go to the breathing belt and the electrodes of the EMG. For this demo, I will remove the sensors from my fingers. It is very simple to use the breathing belt. Just put the belt around your hips. When you will breathe in and out, it will stretch the sensor. The correct way to attach the EMG electrodes. The yellow electrode should not be on the muscle area. The green and the red electrodes, both of them, they need to be on the muscle area. This is all regarding the description of the EMG product components. It is important to know. This hardware includes a chargeable battery and a Bluetooth transmitter. This circuits influence the electrical signals that go from the EMG electrodes to the EMG sensor that is inside the box. It is critical to place the three cables of the EMG electrodes far away from any other cable. You need to organize the cable straight as possible, for minimizing the surrounding magnetic fields. Because we have a battery charger inside the box, we have a deep sleep mechanism that shut down the power when the fingers are not inside the GSR electrodes. Only when you will put your finger inside the GSR electrodes, the hardware will start to work. Without the fingers inside the GSR, the hardware is sleeping. Addition to that, when you connect the EMG electrodes to a hand, you cannot connect GSR electrodes to the fingers of the same hand. The EMG electrodes and the GSR electrodes will not work on the same hand. You need to use the other hand. Now, we will go to the Bss training software to check how the signals from the hardware looks like as graphs. You can see now the signals from the blood volume pulse of the heart sensor, the GSR, the respiration belt, and the blood pressure from the Ppg sensor. By clicking on the selecting buttons, you can hide and show graphs. The EMG signals are under the graph name Resistance 1. By clicking on the Resistance 1, you will hide and show the EMG signals. Let's hide all the signals except the EMG signals. Each time the muscle is operate, you can notice that the line chart goes up. The height of the line is in the same ratio as the power of the muscle operation. When the muscle is relaxed, the line will be in a low position. It is very clear to watch the muscle activities in real time. You can change the horizontal zoom to be focused on the signals. We see now, at the same time, signals from the GSR sensor and the EMG sensor. The only way to see both signals from both sensors at the same time, is when you will not attach all the 5 electrodes to the same hand. Attaching the 5 electrodes, the 3 of the EMG and the 2 of the GSR, on the same hand, will cancel the EMG reading. Let's close the Bss training software, and we will go to do some settings with the Bss software. Let's run the Bss software. The Bss software helps us to check the hardware, the signals, and to do some settings. Click on the Start Monitor button. Uncheck the Track BVP, for hiding the BVP signals. Check the Track Rees, for showing the EMG signals. Now you can watch the EMG signals in real time. You will be able to change the minimum threshold parameter of the EMG signals. For changing the minimum cutoff threshold, we can use the 10 EMG buttons here. When you select EMG parameter, you modify the lower noise filter level. 0 filter will display the signals with no noise cancellation. 0.45 filter will cut all the noise. Check by yourself, and decide what level is good for you. You can watch how I am changing the threshold. You can see the result on the graph in real time. When setting 0.45, the line will be flat when the muscle is relaxed. Reducing the threshold, with make the EMG more sensitive to the muscle activities. Thank you for watching the BioSignals EMG training video. See you next time.